Well, recent attacks on Uber and Lyft drivers are bringing attention to rideshare safety.
The one former Uber driver says he was fired for carrying a gun in his car, which is against Uber's corporate policy. But he was tired of rolling the dice with his own safety.
7 Action News reporter Jen Shantz is live in Oak Park tonight with much more on this. And boy, this is a big issue right now. Jen.
Yeah, Carolyn, both Uber and Lyft have a no weapons policy, and that's for both drivers and passengers. This particular driver, who has a concealed carry permit, says it's helped him avoid carjackings in the past, and that's something we saw happen to a Detroit ride-sharing driver just last week on Friday. We spoke to passengers around Metro Detroit. They have mixed feelings on this.
You just never know who you're actually going to pick up.
It's a risk Uber and Lyft drivers take. It's one of the reasons former Uber driver Mark DeAndre chose to carry his concealed gun in his car, despite it going against Uber's rules.
You are required to have a new car in good condition. They do no background check on the passengers. They're not going to install a glass partition in the car like a cab to protect you.
He says he was fired over it when a passenger reported him. Uber telling DeAndre it goes against their community guidelines. Both Uber and Lyft prohibit weapons.
The same policy applies to the passengers where they're not allowed to have a weapon in the car. And where's the security guard that's going to pat him down and search him?
DeAndre says people have attempted to steal his car while using the app. A gun, he says, makes him feel safe. Last year, a ride-sharing driver was shot and killed on Detroit's west side during a pickup. Last week, Friday, a Detroit driver was carjacked and assaulted by a group of passengers. And over the weekend, a driver was shot while picking someone up on Granville near Joy.
If they inside a bad neighborhood, that they should be able to carry.
Other passengers don't like the idea.
I'm being nervous. I feel nervous, a little nervous.
Both Lyft and Uber have emergency response buttons in their app. Drivers can also look at a passenger's rating and decide whether or not to take the ride.
You probably have about 5 to 10 seconds to accept the trip or not. You know what I mean? And if you don't accept the trip, then your rating goes down.
Now, DeAndre said at one point he did have cameras in both his Lyft and Uber car. He said that made him feel only a little bit more secure. It's something, though, that he paid for out of pocket. Moments ago, I did just get a response from Uber about this policy. I asked them if it's something they'd ever reevaluate or reconsider. They say no, they're sticking to it. Live in Oak Park tonight, Jen Shantz, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you so much, Jen.